Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, the top-rated sports booking app in all of North America. You already know, safe, secure, reliable, and when we talking about them, you know I got the promo code for you, baby, and it's that playoff special. Why? Because that wild card round is going on, so what better way to add to your watching activities than by tapping in with DraftKings. For the new customers, when you download the app, use that first, you put that first deposit of $5, you'll get $200 back in bonus bets instantly with the promo code MOATS. It is a dope concept. You can't go wrong with it, but at the same time, you might get lost in the sauce. Might develop a gambling problem. It's like that sometimes. And if you're in New York, you see it's a number that you could text. But for everybody else, the number to dial is 1-800-GAMBLER.
Greg Yeager, at how many years do we draw the line with no Tomlin playoff wins?
Ooh.
8, 9, 10, or 15?
Well, let's find out. Let's see what happens, man. I know everybody's so pressed or writing the eulogy and, oh man, it's already lost, it's already done. What happens if he loses again? What happens if say, well, what if he doesn't?
Yeah.
Then what? Does that change? If this game is the indictment, this is the plant the flag, this is where we're gonna figure out the hill we're gonna die on. Well, does that mean if he wins, then we should give him the extension and everything should be great and we should never talk about it again? Because that's the feelings I get when we put so much on, this game right here, this game right here, this game right here. It's like, all right, well, we're going to say this game right here as if it's to that extent. Just know when he wins it, all right, we shouldn't hear any more of this. Fire Tomlin, he's lost it, he don't have it. If it's that. Me personally, I don't think it is. I think that if he does lose, though, it's going to get extremely loud. And I think it starts that process of you're not going to be able to have another one. I think of it that way, but I don't look at it as, man, you're going to get fired if you lose on here on Saturday. The same way I don't look at it as if you win on here on Saturday, he about to get another crazy extension either. I just think that this is still a big part of the journey, though, in terms of how much longer he's here. But the dude still won 10 games. Wait, let's not get that twisted. At this level, when you have a proven CEO, which is Coach Tomlin, the guy that routinely is winning with any of these guys that aren't unicorns at quarterback, those are the guys that teams put premiums on. Hence the reason why Mr. Rooney ignores a lot of the suggestions of firing or trading Coach T, because he knows what he has in that man. Regardless of how we feel on it on a week-to-week basis, where the emotions could have us 4 weeks ago hollering about he should be coach of the year, and now 4 weeks later we hollering about, oh yeah, he should be fired or traded. We need to change the scenery.
Life comes
like, bro, how does that happen in the exact same season? It's not a 4-game season, right? How many is it? 6 games in the season? How many games in the season? So in that same season, we're hollering about he should be coach of the year, and now we say, oh yeah, man, how much longer does he have left? Man, we should fire this dude straight. It's like, yeah, y'all stay on that side. Just stay right there. Just keep yelling about it, man. Mr. Rooney know what he got until it's different. And I think that context does matter. I know people brought up Andy Reid. Oh, he got fired in Philadelphia. Yeah, look at the context of it as well, man. Bill Belichick got fired in New England. Yeah, look at the context of why he got fired. Man, they moved on from Pete Carroll in Seattle. Yeah, look at the context. Coach Tomlin hasn't got to that stage just yet. He hasn't. Now, we can see where it goes in this next year or two, but to me and to the guys that are clearly there right now, that's not how they're viewing him. So we'll see, man.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. Obviously, it'd be stupid to fire Tomlin before this playoff game.
Hit him with the mayo. Get him up out of there.
But, yeah, things can swing pretty hard one way or another here. And I wouldn't be in the boat. Like, if we lose this game, maybe it depends on how it looks. If we get blown out like 50-0, right, that's a different story. That's a different story, but I don't think that's going to happen. But if we lose this game, it's just like the defense for keeping him becomes tougher. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not calling for fire Tomlin, because I don't think I would go that far where I'm like, oh, I for sure guarantee with us firing Tomlin that everything's going to be better. But I'm way more open to moving on at that point. Like I think the defense is tougher, and I could see a path of where I'm saying to myself, yeah, maybe both sides do just need a clean slate, and we need to get another guy in here. Yeah.
And as simple as that.
And I don't think you're wrong for that. And that's the other thing. I mean, we're not moving off of Tomlin. That's the other thing. So it's almost like a moot point. We're not moving off of Tomlin. There's no way after we gave him the extension and stuff.
And I think also, man, and and after that, man, we'll get back to these supers, man. I think that
3 minutes.
yeah, I would say us. We can get right back to these supers after that. But I think the big thing with the Coach T thing is this: people want it to be so negative to validate firing him. Man, we should just go 3-4, then we could do it. It's like, yeah, but you're not 3-4, so that's not the conversation that you have. Man, we're going to be one and done again. Well, let's see if we're going to be one and done. Man, we're only going to win 7 games this year. We did it. We won 10. So it's like, yo, let's let him actually fail before we try to hang him. Essentially, not in the literal sense, but y'all know what I mean. It's like, man, we want to just go ahead and kill him off before we actually see him die. Like, let him die. If it die, he die. Then from there, yeah, man, we'll be all in here together. Yeah, man, it's time to roll over, man. It was a heck of a job, man. Shout out to Coach T.
It's not an indictment. It would be an indictment on Coach T or the Steelers organization. It's just sometimes you need to part ways.
Yeah,
Tomlin could have success elsewhere, and we could have success with a new coach.
Yeah.
Like the Eagles did with Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's sometimes you just hit that point. But
yeah.
we're not that. I get why the conversation's happening right now with how the season ended 10-7 again, with all different cast of characters, all these changes we made this offseason. We're still 10-7, wild card game going on the road, but we still have this game in front of us. That's why we can't go all the way there just yet.
Yeah.
And even if we do lose, I don't know if I will be all the way there, depending on how it looks. But I would be open to moving off for the clean slate. I don't think Rooney does it.
I think if Coach
I think it would
T
be
had a
valid and
5-win
legitimate
season or a 6-win season, I think all of that's on the table. I think, has his message gone stale? Has he lost the locker room? Is he no longer ahead of the curve? And all. I think if he had a 5 or 6 win season, all of that is valid, right? Not you specifically, but like I think a lot more would be valid. The dude got 10 wins. The playoffs was locked up 4 weeks ago. He had 10 wins the year before that with Kenny Pickett, who we just said, man, Tanner McKee might have just took his spot. It's like he still was 10 wins. He still was finding ways. So, yeah. Shout out to him, though, man. Shout out. All right.
I'd say it's more of an accomplishment getting that 10 wins with Mitch being the quarterback for like 3 of those games.
He had 3 different quarterbacks, man.
I know, but we were 7-4 with Kenny.
Yeah, I'm
and then
saying,
Mitch
man.
went, 0-3?
3 different quarterbacks in that process, man.